song that you've ever seen in the history, aside from 99
Yeah.
and mine.
I mean, it's happened before.
You have beaten Kentucky when they went to win the national championship. I've seen it with my own two eyes. I've done it with these two hands.
Yeah, so say
I've projected it with this here brain. Let's
it's
go.
happened before. That's all we're
Steve
saying.
Rubbage in the building, chasing the booth.
It's yeah, I mean it's game day, man. It's game day. Let's figure it out, man. Let's see what we can do. Let's get to it. Let's tip it off.
The sports side of things today, the sports part of it says, if you suit them up, you got a chance.
Yeah.
We've seen. Would you agree that this is the most kind of out of all these seasons, the most, let's just say for gambling's sake, the most ungambleable season of basketball around the country?
You know, there's an argument for that. I mean, nothing in my brain tells me locally here that you're like, I mean, 13.5 point spread on DraftKings, Kentucky, Louisville. I would be like, what? Like, just locally, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's close enough that I'm like, okay, well, what do you know?
What does DraftKings or what does Vegas know?
Yeah, like, what do you know? Is it going to be closer than we think?
The Brandon Lang in me says 13. And you got athletic pieces coming out, and you got national hit articles coming out.
Yeah.
So if I'm seeing that, I'm like, huh. But when I say the Brandon Lang in me says, look for a rat.
Yeah.
Look for a rat, and 13 is a rat. And then the athlete in me says, yeah, Vegas got eyeballs too. They know that I saw the team against Texas. I saw them with, out there against functional people, stink it up against no-name opponents.
Yeah.
Louisville has, listen, if I'm an OG gambler, I say, you know what? That's what's always hated. I've always hated that about Louisville. They have these big games, and I get on the Louisville train, and then they go lose to some bums.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of those historic contexts of the Louisville fan. How could you lose to them? How could you lose to them? And then you go out here and then you play. That's the nature of the cardiac thing. Why didn't you play like that from the beginning? And this team, they take it to an extreme. Again, when you go back and you see them playing against some athletic guys in front of stimulating crowds, stimulating arenas, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you go back to this. I go back to this, and I'll challenge people on this. Sky Clark knows everybody on the college basketball circuit. Sky Clark knows them all, has seen them all, does not think that any of them are better than him. Either not better or as good as, like he might think, if you asked him, he'd probably say there's 3 people that are a problem for me. You know what I'm saying? A Sky Clark. So it's like you start with somebody right there. It's like, dude, when we get you out of Illinois, dude, this is what we brought you here for. We need you to come here, be ready for this. Like I said, you're going to be going against 2 dudes that are younger. We think you're healthy now. You know what? I saw a play where I believe it was Tyler gets the steal, throws it up to Mike James off the ground. He's falling on the ground, throws it up. We go in, take it to the basket. We use the glass, which I was extremely excited about. I don't know if you heard, Steve. It's when one of the days where I just went nerd second hour. I was talking about, I may have seen them use the glass in this last game more than I've seen in the last 5 years of basketball.
Okay.
I saw a concerted effort to use the glass in the game. I saw that and I was kind of like, huh.
Yeah.
You know, but it went along with your
Sure.
Should have been doing that. You
Yeah,
know,
well,
like
yeah.
everything good from this point on. I'm gonna have to disclaimer you should have been doing
if they won tonight, I'm gonna enjoy the heck out of it. And I'm still gonna be a little angry the next day.
Right,
you know,
right. No, during it.
What was that?
Yeah, when we're up 20, I'm gonna say,
yeah.
Okay. I believe I might be mixing plays, but you'll get the general premise. Put it off the glass, we miss it. Sky Clark should have dunked it, the follow-up, right?
Yeah.
Should have. But he was up. You know how you see those plays where you see you up there, and you've been around me. You've been around me, and you know I can see 2 or 3 games ahead.
Sure.
When I say he's gonna start dunking that ball.
Yeah.
You can start you can see the motion of somebody looking at the rim. Okay, a guy get a ball, and you can see when he's trying to lay it up. You can just kind of tell when people are gathering.
Yes.
And then once you start seeing somebody really gathering, and you're like, okay,
right.
He might not get to dunk that game, or he might try it and he might miss it.
Yes.
It's like seeing Manny or something. And then you say 2 or 3 games, that kid's gonna be dunking that ball. You know what I'm saying? Or putting that in his brain to dunk it, right?
Yeah.
I saw Sky Clark follow up a bucket. He followed up a bucket, you know, and really got up at this. So you could tell he sold out. He committed his body, fully committed his body to getting this, you know, and then you say, okay, now that was a commitment. That was a commitment to a play.
Right.
Early on, we saw Trey White just living on 3-point line, living on 3-point line. His first 3 buckets, Tyler Johnson goes baseline.
Yeah.
He cuts right in, gets a dunk off a good pass from Tyler Johnson. And that play wasn't a Pepperdine specific play.
Right.
You know, some are, like I said, some of, I'm crushing them already. Some of Brandon's were a little Pepperdine specific, in my opinion.
Sure.
The Trey.
Well, a big man always kind of catches that too.
Yeah.
You just outmatch outside.
Yeah, and just being by proxy, you're just in the position to get some of your boards. 6 of them. Good job, boy.
Yeah.
I yelled, good job.
I agree.
4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
Get out quicker. You know what he did, Steve?
I'm listening.
Gosh darn
Are we talking Pepperdine?
No.
Okay.
This is just me thinking about all the I'm trying to superimpose things I saw from the game that are repeatable.
Okay.
Against Kentucky. Only the repeatable things. The other things I'm saying, you're gonna get dunked on doing that. All right.
That's fair.
You know what I can't stand, Steve, in life. I'm
listening.
12 years old is the last age that I would allow someone on my basketball team to get a rebound and
just like clear out with their arms.
Can you explain to people what I just showed you?
Yeah, like where you get the ball, you kind of cut, or you kind of like bear hug it and then clear out with your elbows.
Have y'all ever seen when a kid gets a rebound and they just hug the ball, like, and not even elbows out, like all the way hugging the ball?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm on the court, I just want to punch at the ball. Right.
Yeah.
And when I see my big man do it, I'm like, son, are your hands not strong enough that you can hold the ball with 2 hands and not worry about somebody knocking out? Do you feel like you have to? Yes.
Yeah. Put your elbows out. Get the ball
out and
pivot.
Yeah. You're a danger to other people. Stephen Enoch used to do that.
Yeah.
Steve or Malik. Was it Malik or Stephen?
Probably both.
Probably both, right?
Yeah, because here's the thing. Yeah, you're protecting the ball, but you have to go from a hug to putting it in your hands just to throw an outlet pass. I'm like, where you go to the what's it, the Asian
The rice. The
like,
rice.
Yeah, like get in the rice and get your forearms together. Anyway, repeatables. Trey White gets 3 buckets going to the basket. So that means somebody said, dude, all you've been doing is sitting on the 3-point line, waiting for your corner shot and waiting for the elbow shot.
Yeah.
Go get some buckets elsewhere on your court. That's repeatable. Now, what's not repeatable, this is me I'm taking these players to the game. Dude, if you're going to be on the court, you're going to be playing against a guy who can score. Trey White. If you come out there with the stiff, herky-jerky legs, somebody's going to cook you good. And if I watch 3 possessions of Trey White getting cooked, Williams Jr., from the front row, y'all are going to hear me on the boom mics.
Yeah.
Y'all are going to hear Mark. Listen, know my voice. Know my voice. Steve. Steve. You remember the one guy who used to yell? We can hear it right over our
shoulder. Right over our shoulder, man. Just scream at the players.
You're going to hear me on ESPN. And I hope they don't sit me beside, one of the pretty sideline reporters or something, because it's like, not today. Not today.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to be like, what are you doing? Get him out of there. And listen, I'll tell you, I'll be at the front corner right by the team bench. So my voice will be audible, good people.
Yeah.
Because there'll be a boom mic between myself and our bench. And I'll direct the acoustics of my sound just to be sure y'all hear me on that. So, Trey White. If I see him get cooked and scored on, and he doesn't come out, huge problem.
I haven't even really thought this year about matchups. Usually by now, like, I've got a matchup list, but I haven't really thought about it. I mean, I know Brandon and Aaron Bradshaw.
Who was the Kentucky starting 5?
I don't even know who starts for Kentucky.
For the Carolina game. Can you look that up, please? You look at Carolina, Kentucky on ESPN, on the little ESPN.com.
Like I said, I know Bradshaw started.
Yep. And with
Brandon.
Bradshaw, Brandon, Steve, who are you taking?
I don't want to do this.
Bradshaw or Brandon? Who are you taking?
Bradshaw. Like, every day.
What did Bradshaw do?
Twice on Sunday.
Against Carolina. Chase, come on, Chase. We need that starting 5. We need the
Where you at, Chase?
Bradshaw had 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 fouls.
It's Armando Bacot in his 3rd game.
Jalen Withers killed Armando Bacot. He owns him. So that means Brandon. What did Brandon have against Armando Bacot last year? I'm not asking that for real.
No, you don't want to know.
He probably had what?
I don't know.
6 points, and no, he was probably hurt. He was probably hurt for that.
Actually might have been.
Yeah. Who was our starting center last year?
Curry, wasn't it?
Sydney and Jalen. Yeah, Sydney, Jalen, JJ.
What was it?
It wasn't Wheeler, that's for sure.
All right, look here.
Okay,
here was.
You got the starting 5?
Brandon did not play in that game.
Okay.
Sydney did.
Okay. You got a starting 5?
I do.
Okay.
Bacot had 14 and 16.
Yeah. So Wagner at the 1, Reeves at the 2, Edwards at the 3, Mitchell at the 4, and Bradshaw at the 5. Shepard started on the bench. That's what all the Kentucky fans are upset about.
Dillingham
also started on the bench.
We got this, Steve. No problem. No problem at all.
No issue.
Piece of cake.
No issue. No,
No,
I mean, when you look at that, I mean, okay, where can we find a matchup there? I mean, Edwards has not been setting the world on fire.
Okay, well, let's work our way through it. Like I said, defense, Trey White's concerns me, right?
Yeah.
Offense, I think it was great that he got some shots around the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Trey White getting shots around the basket, makes me say Trey White's going to get fouled. Trey White is one of the reasons we were tops in the country in foul and free throws.
Yeah.
So that's one of those good, like I said, if a guy's worth 3 points, like three value points, I'd say, Trey's, locked in defense versus his bad defense.
Yeah.
That's a coin toss. That's a coin toss.
Yeah.
Because listen, inferior teams, he doesn't bring it on defense. Big time teams, you're like, oh, so you do have defense. Yeah. And this will be considered, listen, and
one up there.
Whether or not you love it or hate it, these guys know the road to the draft, or the road to the NBA goes to Kentucky.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Yeah. So I know if your Brandon, Trey, and Skies are going to be thinking league. Would you agree with that?
I think so.
I mean, not in the back of their mind league. Like not every single play. Like I got to get to the league. I got but just your preparation is like, this is a shot for me. Like I said, without pulling back too much of the curtain, just every college player knows they got about 6 games a year that will put me on the map if I tear it up. And
this is one of them.
Texas is one, Indiana's one, Kentucky's one. They're gonna get a Carolina and a Duke.
Jalen Withers had 4 and 3
last year.
No, on Saturday.
On Saturday against Kentucky.
Baycott only had 10 and 4. No, Baycott had 9 and 6.
He shot the ball 4 times though. It's not like he.
Why did he only shoot?
Yeah, I know. Right. He had 4 fouls.
That don't make me feel better, Chase. Well, how did he only get 4 shots?
I don't know if I was trying to.
Oh, okay. I was like,
listen, you talking about
the little guard, RJ Davis though,
he killed it.
Had 27 and 7. Cormac Ryan, the little white kid, had 20 and I say little, he's 6'5", 20 and 4.
That's what that kind of irritates me about North Carolina, because they're like, they got like when you get Baycott back, you know me, Steve. I'm like, no, you can't come back. You're not allowed to go. Like, come on.
Yeah.
There should be a cap on minutes, on college minutes played.
Yeah.
And Baycott, because here's the problem, Steve. Baycott does not care about any number.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine playing basketball? Not even like, it's like the only other team I've seen ever play like that is the Coach Davenport team. Where if you told me, Marcus, not one person on my team cares about how many points, assists, or rebounds they get. Every other team in the world, I say you a liar. There's 4 kids on your team that peek at those stat sheets every break, right?
Yeah.
North Carolina gets to run their system with a Baycott who does not care what he gets.
North Carolina had 4 guys over 30 minutes, 33.
Steve on that one.
31, 34. And then Elliot Cadeau, which we know because we recruited him.
Yeah.
And Jalen Withers and Seth Trimble look like they kind of shared the rest of the minutes. 19, 16, and 18. I said this yesterday. I do believe this. If Louisville were to win this game today, it's going to be like 6 guys who are going to play. I think the only way Louisville can win is they're going to have to get like 30 out of like 4 of their 30 plus minutes out of like 4 of their starters. Because what he just said, and both of us kind of went, oh, when he was like, well, Shepard and Dillingham come off the bench. It's like, I can't have my bench against their bench. Like, it's not.
Okay. Shepard out there against Curtis Williams Jr.
I don't love it. Yeah, I don't. I mean, Shepard is probably one of the top 10 players in the country right now. I'm not exactly excited about that matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Curtis. I mean, I like Curtis a lot.
Yeah,
but I don't know that.
I think Curtis
thrill me.
To me, Curtis is like the offensive lineman. Like
but
he's not getting credit.
No, but okay, but Curtis. Okay, Curtis is the sixth guy. Okay, now where do I get? I mean,
so you want to
throw? I love Caleb. You want to throw Caleb out there with some of those bigs? And I don't.
Who you just worried about him getting?
I mean, just
offensively or defensively?
No, I mean both. Just you gotta. I mean, I'll take his energy with anybody, but he's gotta. I mean, Caleb is good as much as I love him, and I think he'll be a big piece going forward for the program. Next couple of years. But he's still kind of sporadic out there and stuff. And I'm like, you're going to be playing guys like Mitchell, who's been in college for 5 years. I mean, like.
So do you think it's Kentucky's older guys
on a guy like Caleb? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and a guy like Bradshaw, I'm just like, that might just be one of those like. It's not really Caleb's fault.
Yeah.
7 foot. I mean, he's a athletic freak.
You think it'll throw them off? Kentucky start like certain guys trying to be hero ball.
What do you
against
mean?
Louisville?
Oh, Kentucky?
Yeah.
I think DJ might.
I mean, really, honestly, I would try to. I hate this because it's such just. Oh, I hate playing the game this way. I'd try to get in DJ's head a little bit. He's a hothead.
Who would you send out to do it?
I mean, Tyler probably. Yeah, I think he'll start on him probably.
Yeah.
So.
No. Like, listen, you'd have to admit that. Yeah, Tyler is capable of being extra disruptive.
Yeah.
If he picks up, if I would almost tell Tyler to go Russ Smith.
Yeah.
Russ Smith. And I mean Russ Smith, TBT Russ Smith.
Mm-hmm.
It just I'll always be tickled about how much they used to foul early on. Right. And it was just like, God, y'all don't want to play today. You just Peyton and Russ just would grab people right at the beginning of the game, even back in the day. And it would just like set the tone. They'd get a foul called, but it's like they weren't scared to play with 2 fouls and still be that aggressive. And I would be like, what are y'all doing? But then by the end of the game, you're like, man, got 4 or 5 steals off of that.
Yeah. And the other team's exhausted when you do that.
Texter said you don't want JJ or Manny to play, but JJ's not playing.
He hasn't been playing.
Yeah. I mean, Manny, yeah, I'll take Manny, but course. Manny's got to back up Brandon for the most part. I mean, I don't know that you can play Manny and Brandon together.
Can't play them together.
So, yeah, I mean, I do want them to play. Yeah. I just, with no JJ, no Dennis, I mean, you pretty much have to go to Curtis. Or I'm sorry, to Caleb, or maybe Curtis, and go for, at the power forward position. God knows I don't need Jovanovic running out there with these guys. Like, son, you don't even dress today, because I don't even want to accidentally put you in this game. So you sit over there.
Just get back.
Yeah.
Look, Jovanovic will get those last 3 minutes and half. Yeah, we're trying to balance fouls. Listen. Foul trouble may be a big deal. Like it might be where that 13, the dirty 13 come up at.
I mean, listen, if Vegas and the refs want to screw them over tonight, I'm okay with it. I'll take a dirty game.
You'll take one of those games where you say one of those dirty games where you say y'all got screwed. Tough.
Okay, well. 6 or 7. Yeah, 6 or 7 need to play. Yeah, I said 6. Obviously, I don't think they're going to play 6 guys, okay? You get my point. Listen, I just want to get the stupid game over with, all right? All right, God. Yes, but no, they got to play 6 or 7, but you get my point.
Yeah, the point is
it will be a very
shorter rotation
because I think Louisville starters are the only chance that Louisville has to have some matchups where I feel good with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be the starters.
Brandon.
I like Brandon. I think Brandon can hold his own, but it's like, okay, but what am I going to get? I don't know. I mean,
you mean what you like? Which Brandon?
Yeah. Is Brandon going to show up ready to play, or is Brandon going to show up and get dunked on and dominated early? And we're going to be like, well, because I can tell you right now, if Kentucky comes out and they go down low and Bradshaw's having a heck of a game early, you know, and quick, turn your TV off. And go to bed because it's like this is going to be a disaster. Because the only way Louisville can win tonight is Brandon has to hold the paint.
He has to have a
I mean,
a strong
there's
presence.
no scenario Louisville wins tonight or even keeps this game close.
They're just trying to.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Like whatever. You know what? Hell, play Jovanovic. I don't care. You want to see Sam Payne tonight?
Quick commercial break.
Play
Midday
Sam
Sparks,
Payne.
baby, 99
Tech-savvy professionals delivering equipment, technology, and service for all your office, network, and print communication needs. Look no further.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
High-quality office equipment, print, and IT solutions at fair and transparent pricing. That is Duplicator's commitment to you. Your tech-savvy office equipment and outsourced IT professionals can simplify your daily work process wherever you find yourself working with world-class network business machines and solutions from Ricoh and Savin.
For today and tomorrow.
And that commitment continues with their commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the Ricoh Pro Z7210 graphic print system providing superior color output. Duplicator Sales, Derby City Litho, Corporate Mailing Systems, Ricoh and Savin. Call them at 502-589-5555 or visit them online, duplicatorsales.net, or at their store, 831 East Broadway, Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown, Lexington, Paducah.
Just whistle for Duplicator Sales and Service.
Commonwealth Credit Union's holiday celebration is back. You can earn 3 points on every dollar you spend when you use My Card to fill up your sleigh. Plus, use your credit or debit card with your mobile wallet for your chance to win $500. There's a new winner every week. Non-purchase entries are available and have an equal chance of winning. Visit ccuky.org/win500 to learn more. But hurry, this celebration ends December 31st. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently. Insured by NCUA. No purchase necessary. Call 1-800-228-6420 for details. Excludes business accounts.
Wouldn't you love to have all your favorite holiday songs about impaired driving in one place? Well, now you can with the Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over Holiday Collection. Here's what you get. It's beginning to look a lot like jail time. DUI won't be home for Christmas. There's no place like jail for the holidays. Deck the halls, but don't wreck your car. The 12 days of jail time. Joy to the world. You plan to ride. And many more. Drive Sober or Get Pulled Over. A message from the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
Goomer & Company offers a top-level jewelry buying experience with 2 master jewelers on site to custom create anything you have in mind. I went to Goomer for Ashley's engagement ring, bridal set, earrings, and custom engraved bracelets. The Goomer difference is present in every detail. There was no pressure to buy in Goomer's first-class showroom, and the good people at Goomer & Company were respectful of my budget throughout the process. Visit Goomer & Company at 225 South Hirschburn Parkway, and you'll see the Goomer difference is why Louisvillians have trusted this family-owned and operated business since 1971.
At Bet365, we don't do ordinary. We believe that every sport should be epic. Every touchdown, every game, every point, every play. From the moments that are legendary to the ones that fly under the radar. Whether it's a three-pointer at the buzzer to tie the game or a player goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. 18 and over only. Must be physically located in Kentucky. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. On game day, you never have to decide which teams to watch, only what combination of bites, burgers, wings, and more to order. Plus, where else are your favorite draft beers always poured at a frozen 29 degrees? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Get wings the way you want them. Try Twin Peaks wings bone-in breaded, naked, smoked and grilled, or boneless in your favorite sauce or rub.
As we enter the winter months, you're about to find out if your heating system is ready for the basketball season or headed to the bench. Now until December 31st, when you buy a complete train system, receive 12-month special financing and the option of a whole house humidifier, a whole house air cleaner, or a Wi-Fi thermostat. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
It's time to ring in the holidays with the king of sportsbooks. Get in the spirit of winning with our 7 days of parlays. We'll gift you tokens to use on select parlays and same game parlays from December 18th through December 24th. Just sign up with BetMGM or log on to your existing BetMGM account to get started. Then visit your promotions section on the BetMGM app or website to claim your daily reward. From football to basketball, we've got your favorite sports covered this winter. Score a bigger payout if you win your parlay with the token activated. Check back daily to open your new gifts, then take your shot at even bigger parlay payouts. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 or older only, Kentucky only, new and existing customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as withdrawable funds. Tokens expire within 1 day of issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Matzo Pie, Louisville's best-kept secret, is coming to a 1020 craft brewery near you. The perfect combination of flavor, tasty sourdough, and thin crust pizza paired with local craft beer. Keep it independent, Louisville. Matzo Pie and 1020 Craft Brewery are your app.
Y'all ready in 45?
Brick oven pizza.
40 seconds.
Open at
We got Doc on the line.
1020's flagship brewery in Butchertown. Visit matzapie.com for more.
Looking for a great place to meet friends, gather with other Louisville Cardinal fans, or host your own party for up to 150 people? Join the University Club of Louisville on the U of L campus. Membership is open to U of L faculty, staff, alumni, and friends. If you aren't a member, you are welcome to come and try us out. We invite you and your friends to stop by for lunch or happy hour and learn more about how to be a part of the University Club. The club's hosted special events for members for more than 3 decades. Visit our website at uclublouisville.com to learn more about membership.
Have an Energizer Bunny on that back line. The guy playing safety
or Dennis.
Shucks.
Yeah, and you're not gonna have him. That would work though.
Maybe just Dennis. Hey, Dennis, like I don't even care what's wrong.
Can you just play right there?
We'll play 5-on-4 on the offensive end. just Yao Ming it for a couple of plays. We just need to again, Energizer Bunny. You have to have an Energizer Bunny guy on that back line. And that guy's gonna have to like sacrifice and really, really go from side to side, really, really heavy. Tyler, it's like a 1-through-1 is designed to make him lob it over, so you get your safeties in the back. So I just don't think we got that natural guy who can just really, like I said, play free safety, behind. So like I said, I would like to run exotic zones a little bit, but it's just like our Brandon, JJ, Manny, they just not natural basketball IQ connected enough to understand. Like those are kind of guys you give them a role or give them a job and they can do that job, but you can't say y'all three gotta cover for each other. They're not experienced. They don't have enough college basketball experience to even.
No, I'm totally with that.
Yeah. So it's like, like I said, Doc, in theory, and again, Kentucky, they got some dudes that understand basketball well. It's awesome when you can substitute, knowing that, hey, you should know better. Like I said, that's why I do respect about the Kentucky team. Like I said, with your Reed, your DJ, Dillingham, your Bradshaw, you got guys that really you could tell when they play, they understand the game. Yeah, they're a lot more advanced. It's got minutes. You can tell it's got a lot of good minutes logged.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I mean, played a lot of basketball, man, just at a high level, and it's I will say keeping them out of the lane is probably the only path to victory. Now,
without fouling.
Yeah, the problem is they're going to be very, very tough. So it's going to keep out of the lane. So, I mean, it's going to be a game where you would almost have to play in a game. You would. You'd have to play an A game.
Yeah, that goes.
I don't know that we've seen an A game.
We've seen A quarters. We've seen A segments.
Yeah,
some good A segments, but our droughts are longer than they should be. That's probably the biggest.
What did Jeff Walls said this morning? He said for a segment we're the Globetrotters, then the next segment we're the Generals. That was a good quote. He's like, I don't get it. Talking about his own.
No,
team.
It's like, no, that's a perfect, that's a perfect thing. It's like, but again, you got to have a high enough IQ bench to be able to, to combat that a little bit, and you got to have enough confidence in it. Yeah, that's a good one. Just to reset. What is my dad gonna steal?
Oh, is he in today?
Yeah. What is he gonna steal?
Oh man.
What if he takes one of my wine bottles?
Oh, you better not let him know Jeff Brom signed one of them.
I left them out too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home. Chase, my dad comes in town every Christmas, right?
I do know.
And the game is find out what he took of mine before he gets out of town. He comes in town, he leaves Christmas Day, right? Because he hates traffic, right? But you always find out. You always just, it might take you a day or two or three, but you're going to go in your closet or you're going to go in your cabinet or you're going to go somewhere. And I like this little jacket I got.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Okay. Fair texter. Karan Davis. I'll give my hot Karan Davis take. And it's not a hot take because if you listen to me, You are. It's very predictable what I'm going to say. I'm going to say athletic article, anonymous team source, athletic article, former player, anonymous former player, timing of article. I've seen this machine 1,000 times. I've seen it with coaches. If you, it's like if you want the smoke and fire argument, I listened to Smoke and Fire with Rick Pitino for 3 years. I listened to Smoke and Fire with numerous coaches. Like I said, I also been in the locker room, and I know what gets people kicked off, and I know everybody get. I watched from a fan point of view. I watched Malik, have a press conference where he kind of seemed to be throwing Mac under the bus, and I seen that it bothered me, but it didn't seem to bother the teammates. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of like that's how it goes behind the scenes. So, Karan Davis, the way I understood it, got into it with the coach, got called out. He didn't like it. Coach called him a bad teammate. Whatever that exchange is led to him being dismissed. Man, like I said, it is what it is. If you hate Kenny Payne, you say Karan was right, and if you want a little smoke, you say Karan could have helped us, and why did he kick him off? And if you're backing Kenny Payne's decision making or his understanding of basketball personalities, you say, yeah, you don't just kick kids off. He's not the type to kick kids off a team. And Marcus says he didn't look like he could. The Savage Marcus says he didn't really look like he was going to help the team much in the year, much anyway. I saw him play in the red and white game, and I saw him play a couple minutes in the scrimmage, and he looked like he really wasn't, understanding, college basketball. Like I said, limited, very, very limited plays. So I'm not throwing him under the bus. I'm just saying, he had potential to, to work, but he didn't show me anything that makes me think the Karan Davis saga just should get a lot of my attention.
No, I thought other things in the article were more interesting to me than the Karan Davis stuff really was. I don't like that player on the team spoke to the article. Like that's definitely doesn't scream I've got confidence and good things happening.
Right.
Former players don't bother me because I don't know who that former player is. So, it's like whatever. But
yeah, I know what you're saying. Like you want to, if things were all good, you would want to hear a completely unified front.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like when players on the team are speaking up, it's like, well, that don't seem like it's a good thing.
Yeah. And like I say, you've always been like that. And when we would hear things about what's going on in Mac's locker room, we felt the same way. It was like, yeah, I don't like where this is going. If you hear, I don't want to know the truth out of the gossip column.
And I don't know, articles like that to me, I'm like, I think we all know where it's headed. So it's like, I don't need an article to tell me that.
or is the article, in what is gaslighting the situation?
It could be. I mean, it could be. I mean, there's a real chance that we're doing a press conference show tomorrow. And we might not be, but
the more
article, whatever.
Yeah, the more I've been in this business, I realize like the article's never just a report. It never feels like just a report. The timing. Like I used to be so I don't want to say blind to it. Just I just never knew how much goes into dumps. Friday dumps and timing. And
if you'll allow me to be cynical, the article though does open a conversation of, does U of L look for a reason to fire him with calls? It's an $8 million decision. So That's the cynical part of me. Is there things in there that
So is it a hit piece?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why I think because again,
Yeah,
let's just do this for a minute or two,
So
and
I
then
guess
we'll
we're-
get back to the game.
Yeah, we might be agreeing, you know.
Because personally,
Mhm.
no insight at all. I think he's going to get fired tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just being honest. All right, now again, and I'm
because of the result of the Kentucky game.
No,
or you think it was already?
I think it was already. I think it's been made for a week or two. Just my opinion.
Right.
Okay. And I keep saying my opinion because I don't want people to take what I'm saying and go, well, Steve said that, he's hearing this. Oh, I'm not hearing this. This is my opinion. I think there's a good chance that's going to happen. So you release that article today. You hedge your bet that tonight Kentucky's going to win the game. People already know it's who Kenny Payne is. He's not going to go up and give John Calipari the middle finger. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So people are going to get mad. Then you know what John Calipari's going to do? He's going to send a press conference and he's going to lecture us all. And he's going to be like, y'all should do this and y'all should give him time. And fans are going to be ready to explode. Plus, you got this article now. So now if you want, I think you would agree with me on this. If you want to say, told you, it's totally it's totally not disfigured. I guess it could be disfigured. Dysfunctional. Thank you. Thank you. That was
You're welcome.
Really nice.
That was a good pull.
Yeah, that was really nice. It's totally dysfunctional, back behind. This is all this going on. And then what do? In the morning, you hear about a press conference. Boom. You immediately erase the stink of the Kentucky game. You immediately erase all that. I don't think it was released today for no reason. I don't think this guy just got this article finished today. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, no.
That
Listen,
feels.
I've seen it.
And you're not gonna fire him up Monday. That's Christmas.
I've seen it.
Jesus.
Too many times to say, none of this stuff seems like. I mean,
it
none
feels
of it.
a touch calculated.
It feels very much calculated. Go ahead and play us out. We'll keep on rolling. 93.9 The Bill.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. On game day, you never have to decide which teams to watch, only what combination of bites, burgers, wings, and more to order. Plus, where else are your favorite draft beers always poured at a frozen 29 degrees? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites. Only at Twin Peaks.
This is Chris Hodge, host of the Sports Investors Daily Radio Show, sponsored by TakingVegas.com. Be sure to tune in every Saturday morning, 7 a.m. local time. And for today's top free pick on a recorded line, call 888-9-WIN-NOW or visit TakingVegas.com.
Join me, Nick Curran.
And me, Phil Baker.
Every Sunday from 10 to noon for the Sunday Morning Hangover on ESPN 680 and 105.7.
Or follow us online, ESPNLouisville.com.
Alexa, play ESPN 680.
Did you know that Oxmoor Ford has one of the largest certified pre-owned inventories in Kentuckiana? With over 150 certified pre-owned vehicles in stock, all makes and models. And the Oxmoor certification process includes a 172-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance, extended warranties, and low-rate financing. Buy with confidence. Or bring us your car and we'll buy it from you. Enjoy your ride in a certified pre-owned vehicle from Oxmoor Ford and OxmoorFLM.com.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529. Offices Louisville.
Looking to boost your team's image and professionalism? Turn to Shaheen's Uniforms. They understand the importance of a polished appearance. The range of business uniforms is designed for comfort, durability, and style, no matter the industry you're in. The best part? They offer customer branding services. Make your mark with logo embroidery and personalized designs that showcase your company's identity. From the office to the job site, they got the perfect uniform solution for your business. Elevate your team's confidence and impress your customers. Ready to take your business to the next level? Visit Shaheen's Uniforms today to discuss your uniform needs. Shaheen's Uniforms, where experience, quality, and your business's image come together.
Louisville, you've seen prices rise from the dinner table to the pump, but your local Allstate agent, Juan Gomez, is seeing ways to save you money on insurance. From starting a new policy to bundling coverage or even driving safely, the Gomez Insurance Agency knows how to maximize your savings. Contact them today at GomezInsuranceAgency.com to see how you can start saving with Allstate. That's GOMES InsuranceAgency.com. Savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Men, we hear it all the time. A man comes in to get his erectile dysfunction treated, and very soon thereafter, he tells us that his relationship is renewed. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and you should know that ED doesn't just affect you, it also often affects your partner. They can feel undesired, unwanted. They may even feel like you don't love them anymore. At Tri-State Men's Health, we've successfully treated thousands of men for ED with protocols that have success rates well over 90%. Which means if you're like most men, we can get you back to the guy you used to be. You could even last up to an hour or more and find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us today and give your partner the gift of renewed love. Your first visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in our office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. That's tristatemenshealth.com. We have 3 offices, Cincinnati, Louisville, and now Dayton. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
All I want for the holidays this year is some NBA action, and DraftKings Sportsbook is delivering big time. They've got you covered for all your basketball bets, plus a special present for new customers to unwrap. This week, new customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets just for betting $5 on basketball. An instant dub just for you. Upgrade your bet slip this NBA season with DraftKings' new and improved same-game parlay anywhere feature. Now you can build same-day parlays anywhere without any additional steps needed. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code THEVILLE. New customers can get 150 instantly in bonus bets for betting $5 on basketball only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code THEVILLE. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus, physically present in Kentucky. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Terms of sportsbook.draftkings.com/basketball terms.
This is Heather Brewer with CYL Infrared Sauna Studios. At CYL, we are Louisville's only private sauna pod studio. Our infrared sauna pods are a great way to rid your body of toxins, boost weight loss, decrease inflammation, and improve sleep. Stimulate your lymphatic system to purge toxins from the body while relaxing your muscles with our infrared lymphatic roller. Right now, mention ESPN Louisville and receive your first sweat and 15-minute lymphatic roller session free. To find out more information about the benefits and see how CYL can change your life, visit us at our Louisville or Lexington location, or visit us online at espnlouisville.com/sweat. That's espnlouisville.com/sweat.
The holidays are here, and what better way to look great during the holidays than with a fresh new haircut at Big League Haircuts. They've been serving the Ville for 20 years, and they've got a great holiday offer for you. 5-0 Tuesdays. Every Tuesday and Wednesday, get $5 off a haircut ticket of 2 or more. 2 area locations, J-Town at 12613 Taylorsville Road or at Fern Creek at 6508 Bardstown Road. Play hard, look good at Big League Haircuts. Happy holidays, everyone.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Christmas music, Christmas carols, and the most festive sound of all, the fresh crack of a Miller Lite. The snow won't stop. The snow blower won't start. Grab a shovel, a cold beer, and a lot of breaks. Ugly sweaters, uglier decor, all made more enjoyable with a beer in your hand. The holidays are better when they taste like Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. 2023 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one?
You're ready in a minute.
Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most.
Let me think about it. Hold on. I'll get him.
And FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ra.com and be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
The deep threes.
Feeling it, shoots it, and got it! Oh, my!
The throwdowns.
On the attack, and it's fouled! Whoa!
The thrilling victories.
Everybody's getting in on fun. What a night at the KFC Yum Center.
Catch U of L healthcare coverage of Cardinals basketball.
Throws backdoor, lob, dunk!
On the Louisville Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield.
Yeah, oh, yes! In, out, spun around the rim and dropped through.
dude. Let me make this. I don't want to say that. It's not a disclaimer. It's an example. If we're the quote unquote Kentucky and we're playing a 5-6 team, are we 5-6?
I don't know. 5-7, 5-6,
5-6.
Yeah, if we're 5-6, you know, and let's say I have Kentucky's record and Kentucky's, you know, situation, right? 2 losses, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, hey, this 5-6 team has some dudes over there. They got this dude, Sky Clark, who's capable of going off on you. This Trey White kid, go, listen, go watch him. Go watch him. Listen, he gets lazy sometimes, but when he's locked in, he's a problem. They just had a freshman who is the #1 player in the state of Michigan go off for about 16. And he has one of he's 6'6", can play defense, is a willing passer, and has one of the purest basketball strokes you will see. And he just had a breakout game last week. Be careful with this team. The big man, who's a former 5-star, in the last 3 games, he's had like 20 and 11, 20 and 12, and 20 and 13 in his last 3 games. I'd be like, you play around with this team if you want to. And if I was number 9 in the country, I'd be saying the exact same thing. Hey, and this New York point guard is a problem. I've given you Sky. I've given you Trey. I've given you this #1 player in the nation, freshman, who just, like I say, who just went off. Probably going to be confident, and he's at home. Like I said, I wouldn't be as confident in Tyler and maybe Curtis if you're going on the road. But I'm saying, like, no, these guys might be hitting. You know, they listen. They gave Texas everything they wanted. Texas got some. Texas was one of the NIL babies of the summer.
Yeah,
like we were talking about Texas. Like, what are they? Nike? They're going to SEC, so Nike's just dumping. You know, a year and a half ago, Steven, you and I thought Texas was going to be the new Nike color. You know, just the way NIL was working with Texas. So I'm like, like I said, I'm having this exact same conversation, and somebody, like, I got the Kentucky roster, and somebody's telling me that I'm being, you know, ridiculous the same way. And I'm like, no, this is what, you know, this is this. You have dudes that can go get you a win. You can have dudes that, like I said, Lou Holtz always said it. No team is the same from one week to the next.
It's absolutely true.
But you need, you know, like the teams that are closer to the same team from week to week are going to be your better teams. That's going to be the difference between your performance.
Steve, line one.
Steve, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Yeah, have you guys discussed the Athletic article at all today?
Yeah, we actually did at the back in the second hour.
But here's my point. I don't understand. You know, Kenny, people have said that he has trouble, you know, getting his message out there. And if he did indeed tell the team that this Corondo Davis had disparaged various team members of the team, talked bad about the team, or whatever he said, I don't understand why he couldn't have met with him in private and dealt with it there instead of, you know, bringing this up before the entire team, because I just think it compounds the problem. And, you know, I think that he should have met with him in private and dealt with it that way, but that's just my opinion. So thanks a lot, guys. Good luck. Go Cards.
Yeah, appreciate the call.
I mean, anytime something goes, if it does, I mean, like if this does end up in a breakup, I mean, I think there's always things you could probably look back and say, I should have done, you know, differently.
And
that might be one of them.
Yeah, and results based. You know, you win, you say, I'm glad he called him out.
Yeah.
You know, the way it ends is hindsight says, was it the right thing or the wrong thing?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
Ellis on one.
Ellis, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Yeah, we got to get rid of Kenny Payne before he turns it around, and then we're stuck with him.
Yeah. One way.
Appreciate the call. Appreciate the call. Chase, you want to grab that door? Oh, never mind. Does that doorbell actually work?
Yeah.
I mean, no, it actually like people are using it. I couldn't tell if he was being sarcastic or not.
We got UK Vince on.
UK Vince, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Miss Ellis.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Thanks
Chilling.
for taking my call.
Absolutely.
I will give you guys credit on one. You two personally, Steve and Marcus. I'll give y'all credit on one thing. Y'all don't sandbag. I will give you that. Y'all don't sandbag. Y'all do not sandbag. You don't make excuses. But of course, Louisville has a chance of winning this game. This is a rivalry game. As bad as Louisville's record is, the worst loss they've had all season is 12. Kentucky lost to UNC Williamson. I mean, let's play the game. You know, let's play the game. And I'm not sandbagging either. You know, I fully expect Kentucky to win. I want Kentucky to win. But there's nothing more dangerous than a talented player with something to prove and nothing to lose.
Right.
So, I mean, you know, that's dangerous. You know, you don't think these guys don't read press clippings and don't listen to radio shows?
Right.
I mean, these are top-notch D1 athletes.
Right.
You think they're gonna let somebody walk into their state and like just embarrass them? This has always been a tight game. This has always been a good game. You know, it's good for both teams. Louisville's down this year. Kentucky's a little bit up, but this I still expect this to be a fight. I think UK pulls away late. Just because they have the depth. And you know,
do you think they cover the 13?
You know, the only reason I think they cover the 13 is because I do gamble, I do bet. I think they're giving Louisville the 3 points for the home court advantage, so it might be a little under when I don't think this is going to be a true home. Or it might be a little bit closer to 15-16. They knocked off 3 because Louisville's at home. My prediction for the game, honestly, is UK 85, U of L 69, but I think it'll be tight in the first half. U of L, my prediction.
UK Vince, I appreciate the call.
God was trying to cut him off, and we didn't let it happen.
Why can't you take a little positivity out of UK Vince, Steve?
God, it's like today, you know, I mean, y'all aren't as bad as you think you are. Oh, thank you.
Chase, what's the best Christmas gift you ever got?
Awesome back-to-back calls.
Probably my Xbox, I'd have to say. Best Christmas gift I've ever gotten.
Was that not the most millennial answer you've ever heard in your life?
If you go by like use out of something versus the amount they paid for it, like I've got my money back like probably 10 times over the amount of use.
My Xbox. He went straight for the Xbox.
Okay.
What say you, Steve?
Okay. I'm trying to think of the gift that it was like probably the year I got, I know it sounds crazy, but I was like 9 years old, but I remember it well. I got wrestling tickets to go see wrestling. It was like 3 days after Christmas. They were in town. Because I'm curious, because actually, you know, as much as I laughed at Chase, the Xbox #1, probably N64. Because I really wanted an N64. Because I'm not going off like what was the coolest, best. I'm going off, I'm answering this question like, what was the gift that I had no idea I was getting? And then I opened it. It was like, oh. And it's probably one of those two things.
Okay. Marcus, you know, it sucks that I'm sitting here doing this. Like, he knew it too.
My Xbox.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
What year was it that you got your Xbox?
Were you talking the first one, the black one, the
Xbox One? Because that one lasted me for like 8
you mean
years.
like okay.
Like
I got the first Xbox. It had the black and it had the green thing, the X on the top, and I mean I was like, this thing's pretty sick. Got Halo with it, and even though I'm terrible at games,
you just lost your touch.
Oh no, I never was good at games. I was good at sports games, but like regular games, I just was not good at.
Just the speed.
No, yeah, I didn't.
Or you had to commit. You really have to commit to the
No,
game.
well, no, I'm more of a just like hold and pepper, just.
Right.
Give Steve a shotgun.
So, yeah, and if it's strategic, like Metal Gear Solid, like it's not gonna work.
Let me pass along also. Listen, this is one of the gems. This is one of the gems that I like when people tell me, Marcus, I'm glad you told me about so and so. I'm glad you told me about this. I'm glad you told me about that. Because when I pass this one along and people say, hey man, you really killed it. The Thursday ribs, $25, all you can eat.
What?
Baby back ribs.
Today?
Thursday. The ribs day. $2 PBR. All day Thursdays. $25 all you can eat baby back ribs. $2 bone. 4 pegs. 4 pegs. I gotta pass that along. So that shout out to Chris Williams and 4 pegs. Steve.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, speaking of gifts, fair or foul. I'm curious what you got to think about this. So let me explain really quick. Elijah's got this new girlfriend, right? Okay. And this girl is 6'3". Super, dude.
Shut your mouth.
What?
Shut your mouth. You are
what?
You are just such a big mouth.
Why?
Don't you have any kind of couth about protecting your kid's identity in his life?
Oh God, no.
Jesus
Christ. If you brought it, this kid would get on the news and tell people about it right now.
Okay,
it's the happiest I've ever seen it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then.
Oh no,
Okay.
he is thrilled.
I'm like, you said that on the radio?
Oh God. Oh my God. Oh, my son is like, he would be like, tell people, daddy, about my girl that I'm in love with. You know, like, oh yeah. But I mean, listen, she's a baller, dude. She's a freshman, and she went up against a 6'7" girl going to Kentucky a couple weeks ago. Like, she had like 9 and 7 on her as a freshman.
Tough.
You know, it's
That's
like,
tough.
dude, this girl could play.
Mm.
So of course I've gave him the talk about like, okay, it's a pretty good get.
Right.
Probably should figure that one out. You know what I mean? And so he was like,
don't do anything you'll regret.
Yeah,
son.
beautiful little girl too, man. And he was like, so he come to me and he's like, listen, I want to get her a gift. But he's like, I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I'll take you up to Walmart. You know, he's like,
all right.
Not just any gift.
Uh-huh.
I want like Kendra Scott, you know, necklace or whatever. I'm like, first off, I don't know who that is. If that's anything like a Yeezy, it's probably a no.
Right.
You know,
just,
like as much as I think you need to make this work.
Yeah, let's
like,
get the awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we can't start you out.
Yeah.
Stunting.
Yeah,
you're
here's an $800 necklace.
Yeah, it'll
like,
only go downhill from there. Player.
I'm like, listen, if y'all are still together and y'all are graduating, we'll buy her a big graduation gift.
Right.
But he was, you know, he come to me and he was like, I really want this, and I was like, okay, listen. And it was under $100, so it wasn't terrible, you know. But it was like $80, you know, not cheap, but some. So he's like, what can we do? What can we work out? Yeah, I can tell he's asking me like, what
like
can
that.
we?
I know this is gonna come out of my pocket some kind of way.
Yeah. So I was like, you know, I'm invested in my future too, because I'm like, I could do a couple, you know, 7-foot grandkids, be fine down the line somewhere. But I was like, okay, all right, you know, so I gave him some odd jobs, some things. I said, you need to call your mama, call your nana, you need to get. So anyways, he did. So I went ahead, we ordered the necklace and stuff, but I'm like, okay, this is now my life, you know. It's like, I forget about, because I told him, like, you know, because he's older now. So like he wants like one gift, like a big gift, you know. Right. Couple things, you know, some Dion blenders. I'm like, okay.
What is that?
I'm like, son, you know he's not any good anymore, right?
Oh,
that was so
glasses?
Yeah, I was like, son, that was so September.
Right? He's not the hot thing.
No, they're gonna be good next year again, I think. But yeah. But anyways, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm going through, all the dad stuff, you know.
Never date a girl that can post.
Oh yeah. He was like, that's all right, beat her one-on-one. I'm like, ew, son. Listen, it's one of those where I'm like, okay, son, when you've heard me maybe go off about the top level,
the
gender
and
couldn't
athletic,
play with the other, like the Dave Chappelle. Hey, y'all really want LeBron? You want LeBron to be in there?
Right.
You know, okay. But it was like, but I'm like, the common man. If the common man went over to Floyd Street and joined in and I'm not saying the common man like, oh, fat guy.
Yeah.
I'm talking the common in shape dude that can hoop. You know, play. It's a good player in the men's league.
Mm-hmm.
Went over to Floyd Street and played with those women. They would shred him. Okay, so I'm like, hang on now.
Yeah, be careful.
I mean, maybe you could just
brute, violent,
but ball in my hand. You stay in front of me. I don't know that you could. All right, so
brute violence.
So I'm like, now, son, this girl's the next level athlete.
Yeah, be careful with you.
I'm like, you're gonna get out there and get embarrassed, man.
Tread lightly. Gifts, Steve. That's funny.
That's awesome. You got blenders.
Yeah.
That's good.
Steve, I was in Germany. Chase, I was in Germany. I probably have to combine these two Christmases, right? I don't know who did it. It may have been Uncle Rudy, right? It may have been Uncle Rudy's idea. Chase, do you know who Uncle Rudy is? Uncle Rudy is Cam Maben's dad. Look up Cameron Maben. Do your research.
Yeah, young Xbox.
Look up Cameron Maben.
All right.
You probably played with him on Xbox One.
I probably did.
Back in the day.
Look it up real quick. It's probably Rudy, right?
Uh-huh.
Steve.
He's awesome, man.
I used to get this package in Wiesbaden, Germany. And all my military brats, I know you know what I'm talking about. Steve, it would take 6 months for you to get the new LL Cool J tape, the new clothes to hit the military postal exchange. Your little military base mall, when you're in Germany, you didn't get the stuff for 6 months. Steve, Ruby Maben, care of Maben, the Asheville Maben family, they sit these boxes. The first year, it was the BKs, the British Nikes.
Oh,
right. The second year, it was like the Air Jordan 4s, right?
Yes.
I'm in Germany to get the Jordans 6 months before they became available in Germany. It was like, yes!
I got them.
Listen, you talk about walking, looking at them sideways, Steve. I had to be the most obnoxious Jordan wearer. And like I said, you know what I think, Steve? You know how I don't wear Jordans and all that stuff and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I think I got so much out of that, out of the couple of months that I got to wear those Jordans and nobody else had them. And I just stared at them all the time when I walked up the street. I really was walking like a pimp.
He's like, yeah.
Just look, I know you see him.
Yep.
Hey. Before you talk to me, compliment my shit.
Hey.
Yeah. So those back-to-back years where you got the BKs, and it may have been year 1 and year 3 or something like that.
Right.
But anyway, those two were like, I love y'all.
Yeah. That's fair.
Well, my dad's taking me gun shopping today, so.
Really? What are you gonna buy?
We'll see.
I'm glad Nick ain't here.
So yes, Pops Maben, We have potential for this to be coming in at a strong number 3.
You have like a bear tranquilizer or something.
Oh no. Oh,
we're going for the real
yeah.
deal.
Listen, my dad is one of those. The apocalypse could be tomorrow. Steve, last year
perhaps
he literally brought me kerosene heaters.
Yeah, well, you never know.
You never know. Yeah, my dad's ex-military pilot, survivalist kind of guy. So yeah, he's like, yeah, we'll go pick up some firearms. I was like, let's do it, Dad.
Nick, you know what? Let's do it.
Oh, who should I take first? That would be Kevin. Thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, man. Hey, man, I got a bad reputation on every show on this station. It's crazy.
Undeserved.
With the color purple coming out on Monday when Sophia said all my life I had to fight. I had to fight them all house. That's the way I feel, man, because, I've been bad enough for Kentucky boys, West Virginia boys, but I never thought I'd have to worry about getting a bad reputation of mine. U of L, when I've always been on the side of U of L. I've never argued with anybody saying nothing bad about U of L. I argue with people saying stuff bad about U of L players or coaches. So that's that. As far as the Karan Davis, this guy, he's on the pay. He's trying to make a big deal out of it. And I don't think that, I think the main reason a lot of people were interested in it at first, because they was wanted to be like, it first came out, it was physical. So they was like, oh man, there's a loophole, taking like Bobby Knight and Neil Reed or something like that, where it was physical. That's not it. So now it comes out and people still don't get it. The way I see it, I think that if when he was practicing with Coach Crum and everybody, you got 15 players on the team, everybody is doing what he wants except for one person. And it gets to a crescendo where he said, hold up. So basically, this guy is saying, F y'all, because y'all doing what I'm telling you to do. And I think that's where that thing came from. I don't think it's like he called a huddle and like, hey, he's talking about y'all behind your back. I think it was something dealing with him doing something totally opposite of what everybody else is doing. Even if you're not comfortable doing it, they're buying into it, doing what the coach says. You want to do your own thing. But, but then, with the players rallying behind them, you got to realize these fans that we got now, they was coming for Karan's neck back in the summer because they didn't think we was going to get any other help at point guard when the team had to publicly come out and tweet their support of him being capable of running the point. So, and another thing, what people's not looking at too, that whole thing with him getting kicked off the team or whatever, that happens. I mean, I got family members that played and 2 after we come off 10-10. I mean, 2-10. A couple years later.
So you be wanting your props.
Yeah. So I'm just for the team. I just don't like a whole lot of silly stuff, and a whole lot of silly stuff is going on right now, and people got agendas, and that's the problem. I mean, like I said, my thing is let the cake bake. If the team tanks, then they're going to tank, then something's going to happen. But there's no need to put your thumb on the scale after every game, even when we win. Something's going to go on. And I was just telling Dana, he was asking me about it, and I was like, well, I don't, the way things is going, he might not make it to MLK weekend because we got a heavily loaded ACC schedule. I mean, we got 4 of the teams we playing in January is ranked, and we're playing teams that we couldn't even beat when Patino was here. We're playing Virginia twice, playing Duke, North Carolina, Clemson, all of them were ranked. So the try to base Payne's future based off this Kentucky game and what's going to happen when the ACC starts, it's
right.
not going to be difficult.
No, listen, it's tough, Kevin. I got to move along. Got calls on the way. Appreciate the call, though. West Virginia boys getting kicked off. Mike, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's up, my 3 brothers from different mothers that I love?
What's up, buddy?
I just want to say, short and sweet, I hope we win tonight. If we don't, I'm still going to be a Cardinal fan till I die. And I want to say Merry Christmas to you brothers, because y'all give us a lot of joy all year long. And we really appreciate y'all. Y'all been there up, down, sideways. We love you, and that's a fact. Merry Christmas.
I appreciate that. Merry Christmas to you, too. Let me take our last commercial break. Middays Marks, maybe 93.9 Avail.
What if we told you that every time you make a purchase, you could be adding to your savings? With Roundup Checking, every debit card purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the rounded amount is automatically put into a savings account with interest. We'll even double your savings for the first 90 days, which means you could be growing your savings with every... The best checking account puts money back in your wallet. Visit ccuky.org/roundup for more information and apply for Roundup Checking today, only from Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently. Federally insured by NCUA.
Did you know that Oxmoor Ford has one of the largest certified pre-owned inventories in Kentuckiana? With over 150 certified pre-owned vehicles in stock, all makes and models. And the Oxmoor certification process includes a 172-point inspection, 24/7 roadside assistance, extended warranties, and low-rate financing. Buy with confidence. Or bring us your car and we'll buy it from you. Enjoy your ride in a certified pre-owned vehicle from Oxmoor Ford and OxmoorFLM.com.
Scott Graham here from Westwood One. Thursday night for Week 16 comes from Los Angeles when the Rams host the Saints. Derek Carr and New Orleans are in the playoff hunt thanks to back-to-back wins. Also at 7-7, Matthew Stafford and the Rams kept their postseason hopes alive with their own W last week. Spiro Ditas and Mike Golick will call the action on Thursday Night Football.
Coverage begins tonight at 7:30 on ESPN 680 and 105.7.
Preparing for the upcoming holidays is often a reminder of the precious gift of family. For some, this time of year brings great joy and excitement. For others, it can stir up strong emotions due to challenging family circumstances. At Child Place, we serve children who are in foster care. Our foster families stand in the gap to support these children until they can return home to their biological families. Imagine the impact you could make by becoming a foster parent here in Southern Indiana. Learn how you can stand in the gap at childplace.org.
This is Heather Brewer with CYL Infrared Sauna Studios. At CYL, we are Louisville's only private sauna pod studio. Our infrared sauna pods are a great way to rid your body of toxins, boost weight loss, decrease inflammation, and improve sleep. Stimulate your lymphatic system to purge toxins from the body while relaxing your muscles with our infrared lymphatic roller. Right now, mention ESPN Louisville and receive your first sweat and 15-minute lymphatic roller session free. To find out more information about the benefits and see how CYL can change your life, visit us at our Louisville or Lexington location, or visit us online at espnlouisville.com/sweat. That's espnlouisville.com/sweat.
Clear Cut Hero is a new sports drink from Clear Cut Brands, the same local company that makes Focus.
Every 16-ounce bottle of Clear Cut Hero is packed with electrolytes and contains just the right amount of carbs, sodium, and potassium. It has only 25 calories and 5 grams of cane sugar.
It comes in 6 thirst-crushing flavors: Nova Orange, Cosmic Blue Raz, Eclipse Lemon Lime, Nexus Peach Mango, Dragon Fruit, and Apex Fruit Punch.
The great news is that Clear Cut Hero contains no high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no sucralose, and no red dyes. And it contains 80% less sugar than the leading sports drink.
Did you know that 70% of the Western world is dehydrated at any given time? Despite ample access to drinkable water, Clear Cut Hero has emerged as the champion of hydration, so you have a fighting chance against thirst.
Clear Cut Hero is available at your local Kroger or at www.clearcuthero.com.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by
Y'all need more time?
Roofing and Construction, Citadel Roof
We're back in about 40.
Operated will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
The Deep Threes. Feeling it, shoots it, and got it! Oh, my! The Throwdowns. On the attack of the dog, and fouled! Whoa! The thrilling victories. Everybody's getting in on fun. What a night at the KFC Yum Center.
Catch U of L healthcare coverage of Cardinals basketball.
Throws backdoor, lob, dunk!
On the Louisville Cardinals Sports Network from Learfield.
Yeah, oh, yes! In, out, spun around the rim and drop through.
YouTubers, I do apologize. Sometimes Chase brings the tunes, and YouTube is very spicy with their copyright infringement rules.
Yikes.
Yeah, so you know what you have to do, Chase? I'm gonna give you this assignment. I'm gonna see if you can do it a little better than Nikki. Whenever you're in here and you come back with any music, you have to remind me to unmute it.
Okay.
Because whenever you play a song, I have to mute it, or they'll demonetize the channel, and I'm always at a threat of getting the whole channel taken down. Okay. What's one part of the Christmas gift that you can get tonight? One player. You got one player to give you your Christmas gift of a dominant performance, Steve. Who would it be?
Oh, Tyler.
It would be Tyler.
Yeah, because
you just like just know he's the dude.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It would give me regardless of what happened, he's a staple here.
Yeah.
If Kenny Payne's here for 10 more years, or if somebody else is, like, I think Tyler Johnson is a guy I want lead my team next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, we go down to the Bahamas on Thanksgiving week. I want to go down and watch Tyler Johnson, you know? So I think for him, it would be nice to see him play well against a team like Kentucky in a rivalry game. Yeah.
What say you?
Honestly, the way I'm thinking about it is if Curtis has a dominant game, that means we shot well. And if we shoot well, we play better defense. So looking at it from that kind of perspective, I'd probably say if Curtis has a good game, then
God, every coach in the world just cringed when you said that. You know, Chase, every single coach in the world says, don't let your shooting influence your defense. But unfortunately, you're right. Just so many times people do just get the scoring going, and that creates a good game for them. So you say you'd like to see a Curtis Williams Jr. I agree with Steve with what he said for the Tyler reason, just to know he's a dude in the competition. I agree with you for the selfish reason that I feel like I watched, you know, two games ago when Curtis Williams Jr. got in. I just felt like he knew what to do with the basketball more than I thought he did, you know, to the point where I'm like, I feel like I saw Tyler when he got in a couple of times. It was like, coach,
yeah,
you have to give him some minutes, you know, you have to, and not do the injury. It's like, you got to play out there. So I feel like I saw Tyler a couple games ahead of time. Curtis, hopefully I see him a couple games ahead of time. I see a texter goes BHH. Let me get to this phone line one last time. Yo, Lock, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind? Yo, Lock, you there? Yo, Lock, you there? Are you muted? Can you hear me? For a minute.
All right, call back.
Call back. Yeah. We didn't get you through. YouTube channel says go Williams hitting a three ball all day.
Yeah.
Oh,
again, for me, it would be a young guy. It'd be a young guy. You know, that's me being selfish for the future.
Yeah, I get what
you
you're
know.
saying.
Yeah, but I think it'd be a young dude, man. You out there and hoop.
Yeah. Who else? Okay, if I took those guys off the
board. Of course,
board.
I'm admittedly now. Let me admittedly say something. I'm admittedly thinking that in a loss. In a win, I think it has to be Sky or Brandon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think when I'm saying Tyler, I'm seeing us lose the game, but Tyler balls out. You know what I mean?
And it's future wise.
Yeah. So
but for this
but
team
for
now,
us to win, so maybe
where does Trey?
I'll change my answer. But
Where does Trey fall on this totem pole to you? Trey White.
Pretty low.
Has he been like kind of a disappointing?
Yeah, just because defensively he's been so bad. But I will say he was his best against Pepperdine. He didn't shoot the ball as much. He scored still at a consistent level. He did some things that didn't show up, but it was like, I think it was his best game.
Yo, Lock, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? Hey, you know, my you know what my real concern is do the players understand how important this game is? You know, win or lose, you know, this whole city, this whole state, you know, we make life decisions depending on this game. You know, if you lose this game, you know, win or lose, it determines if you're going to go out to a restaurant and eat with your family tonight. You know, stuff like that. It's Coach Payne and Coach Wagner really letting these kids know what this game means to the whole city, to the state. Because we listen, we know down the road, they know what this game means. Do our players know what it means? Is Coach Payne really emphasizing what this game really means? How hated this rivalry really is. And
Right.
I don't think it's really being pushed about the hatred between the two teams. I don't think they really understand the magnitude of the situation. That's what they need to show, some old clips of the 80s of fights and stuff like that, of what this thing really means.
Yeah, the 80s,
And-
the 80s will end, they'll land them in jail now.
Yeah, I'm talking about, you know what I mean. Just watch some old clips, watch old signs that they used to show about the hatred between the two teams and all that kind of stuff. You know, this is you know, y'all could be friends, but not today. Not today. Not today. You know, win or lose is going to determine if you're going to call in to work tomorrow. Real talk.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, absolutely.
That's what I mean. Do they really understand what's about to happen? Listen, and that's how you know this is a rivalry. Louisville's 4 and whatever, but you know 5. But it don't matter. They lose this game, you gonna have to lose. You gonna have Louisville fans calling in tomorrow, stuff like that. Same way with Kentucky.
Yeah. No, it's always
Yeah,
like that.
because
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, because they know they're gonna have to take it, and they can't say nothing back. You know, that's the way the rivalry is. Same thing in football. You know, you got to take the criticism and just put your head down and be like, oh well, we got to take it for a whole year until we play again next year. That's it.
You're like,
But,
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Y'all have a good day, man. Hey, go Cards.
Appreciate the call. I was talking to my boy Johnny this morning, and it went into the, man, I had to go to the mall. It wasn't social media. I had to go out into like the real world after we get busted and just look at people just so dejected. Just, I can't believe you lost.
But vice versa, I was out with we were at Mall St. Matthews with Terrence Farley 2 days after they played in Rupp. They beat Rupp. I think they won by 16 or something there in Rupp Arena. And he took a big charge against Patterson in that game. And I can't tell you how many people were like, man, big time play, baby, you know, just like, so I mean, yeah, there's another side of it too. If you win, this game does a lot.
I will say this. Yeah, it does. Like it's end all be all in your sports kind of world. Yeah, I will say this. It does help. Like, you know how people get nasty on social media, the players got to read it and stuff. You know, you're like, dang, you know, I feel you, but here's the problem. Twitter muscles are so much bigger than real life muscles. You know what I'm saying? Because like you're not gonna still 6'4". Like yes, I see the disappointment. It hurts my feelings, but you're not gonna say too much to me in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just gonna be like, wish you would have played better. And it's like, yeah, Farley. He's like, yeah, Farley suck. Like,
Yeah.
Do I?
It's like, whoa, yeah.
Whoa, player. Okay. So the winning formula. The winning formula.
Yeah.
Definitely got to play a game. Tyler, I keep the ball in his hands all night long.
Yep.
I keep it in his hands all night long. I say, listen, we are going to get a good shot out of you, out of every possession. Brandon got to catch his pass on the pick and roll.
Yep.
First time Brandon doesn't roll hard to the basket and he loses the ball on that pass, I'm probably going to bench you and bring in Manny. If Manny does the same thing, I'll bring him right back in. But yeah, I'll just keep on.
I'll do it all night.
I will
Snip,
bring
snap.
you to it. Listen, whichever one of my big men are going to catch the ball around the basket and finish it. Basically, everybody out there. If you don't have the hands to catch the ball, you're not going to play on my court tonight. Tyler has the ball in his hands all night. Curtis Williams Jr., I'm going to say, hey, you start off on defense. You start off rebounding. I promise you your shots are going to hit. The ball's going to find you if you do that. Brandon.
Yeah.
I might give him this is your last chance speech. This is your last chance. Like there's going to be pro scouts in here to see the intensity of this game. And it's going to be one of your last opportunities to show that you really are one of those dudes.
Yeah.
Or not. You go ahead and play us out. I'm gonna get out of here and go get some shopping done.
Hey, there we go.
It's gonna be fun. As always, 8150-93.9 is always the number. 3831-93.9 is always the text line. YouTube channel is normally made for the bill. Big Marks, baby, 99 the bill.